How surprised were you, Cap, that they let Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy go on Black Monday?
Oh, I wasn't surprised. I guess Ryan, had been some question. Matt, that I told you guys that was a done deal a long time ago. But yesterday's performance by George literally was the most uninspiring, and then to call Olin Kreutz a liar, and then to have Olin reach out to Ryan Pace and to Harry Hiestand, the old offensive line coach who's now back at Notre Dame, and for both men to say, yeah, you were telling the truth. We did offer you $15 an hour. And for George to impugn Olin's character, George was beyond pathetic yesterday. And if I was a Bears fan, just a fan, it wasn't me in the media, I would seriously be thinking, should I cheer for another team?
Wow.
Seriously, that's how people think, because they look at it and go, we're doomed.
All right, Cap. So let's try to focus on the positive side of this for 1 second. Give me the Bears' wish list. Obviously, Brian Flores becomes available yesterday. A lot of great executives out there. Who is on your wish list?
Yeah, Brian Flores is not on the wish list. I would say that because if Brian can't get along in the building there, we're hearing that he struggled with Tua and he didn't get along with the GM. That ain't going to fly with the McCaskey crew. I can tell you that. I think number one on their list is Jim Harbaugh. And there are some things to sell here. Number one is Justin Fields. Number two is this crew that owns the team. I mean, you had to drag them kicking and screaming and make all these changes yesterday, so they're going to give you time. They bring Keyshawn Johnson in to be their general manager. They're going to give him time. So that is a positive. I did a show with Dave Wanstead last night. He said, I worked for him. They were very good people. He said, but they're spending money. But he told me they had Steve Walsh from the University of Miami. He comes in on a one-year deal. They win a road playoff game at Minnesota, which, by the way, is the last time the Chicago Bears won a road playoff game. Dave Wanstead was the coach. And he said, off-season comes, Minnesota offered him and Tampa Bay offered him. He said, Coach, Tampa's offered me $250,000. I'd rather stay here and be your starter. And he went to the late Michael McCaskey, and he said, $250,000 for a quarterback? No. Sorry, he's got to go. And that was that. So it's a mom-and-pop operation. That's just a fact.
Dave Kaplan, co-host of Cap and J Hood, ESPN Chicago 1000, joining us this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. If they bring in somebody like a Harbaugh, potentially some other coaches that are out in the NFL right now, could they serve as the head of football operations, general manager / as well as the head coach? Will they do something like that?
I think if they bring Jim in here, and I can tell you they love Jim Harbaugh. If they would bring Jim in here, they'd give him any type of control that he wanted. And, I mean, how many teams are going to make an offer to Jim Harbaugh? I think in the last several years they've started to spend money around here, so I don't think it's going to be a dollars and cents decision for a guy like Jim Harbaugh. If Jim says I'm interested, I think they would write him whatever check they have to write him. But boy, oh boy,
that's a good one.
It's just people. I have not seen the fan base this disappointed. Like yesterday when they announced the firings, I was on the air. 8:25, bam, Matt Nagy's out. 5 minutes later, Schefter, bam, Ryan Pace is out. For the next till 1 o'clock, to the next 4.5 hours, people are like, yes, here we go. McCaskey's going to announce big changes, and we're changing the structure. And like by 1:20, people were tweeting, well, that 4.5 hours was fun. That was it. So it's sad.
Wow. That's what fan base wants it more than Chicago? What team who has more prestige that has not done it for this long than the Bears? Cap, thanks a million. Always love it when you jump on with us.
Thanks, Cap.
Appreciate it. By the way, look at those Bulls.
Look at those
How
Bulls,
about
Cap.
those Bulls?
Let's go.
Rolling, baby. Here we go.
But, guys, you know what? The bottom line is they got a guy who potentially can be a great quarterback. And that's something they haven't had ever. That's something they haven't ever had.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.